again for another Ipsy review. This month we're going to be talking about the August 2015 Glam bag. I had technical difficulties yesterday, so I did my makeup again today just for filming, so it's like really crooked and wonky, but whatever, I don't care. Anyway, this month's Ipsy Glam bag was prep school. That was the theme for this month, and I have to say this is the first month I was really excited about 5 out of the 5 things in my bag. As usual, I am going to be doing all my price charts. Wait till the end. Well, after each item, I'm going to be doing the individual item price charts, and then wait till the end of the video, and I will put up how much my glam bag was worth. And also, if you got different items in your bag this month, I calculated the worth of each and every item offered this month, and those charts will be at the end. As usual, I'll put them up like really fast, just so they don't take up a lot of time in the video, and you can just pause the video wherever you want to look for your items. So let's get started with the bag. This month, like I said, the theme was prep school, and I really do like the bag this month. I haven't been disappointed with the actual bags at all since I've personally started subscribing. This month's theme, like I said, was prep school, and here's a little card that came with it. And this month was a black and white houndstooth bag with a pink zipper. This month is like a plastic type finish on it. However, it does have these raised little like diamond shapes there. You can kind of see it in the glare when I do that. And I do like the pattern. But it still doesn't feel cheap to me. It's almost like a pencil bag, especially like back in the 90s and the early 2000s, like little pencil bags that we had. I think that's sort of what they were going for with this. So it's still not, it doesn't feel cheap or anything. And the lining is really soft. It's really nice and soft, and it's pink just like the zipper. So I'm still really impressed with this bag this month. I finally got a pink bag. I've only gotten, I think, 2 other Ipsy bags. I've only been subscribed since I think July, and I was really hoping for a pink bag, and I'm excited that I kind of got some pink in there this month. So I do really like this bag. Okay, I'm gonna jump right in with the first item. Let's see which one I want to talk about first. Here it is behind me. I'll go ahead and get this one out of the way. It's the Briogeo Volumizer. It's the Blossom and Bloom Ginseng plus Biotin Volumizing Spray. Now, I know I've talked about this a bunch before. Like, I have my hair curled from yesterday still, but my hair is normally very flat and straight. So anything that offers, claims to volumize my hair, I'm very interested in trying, always. And I do have a mousse that I have found is a Tresemme heat protectant mousse, and that's really the only thing that's worked with volumizing my hair. But I was still excited to try this spray, and I just used it like normal. There's not really much to say about it. I put it on my damp hair, I blow dried my hair, and there might have been a little bit of volumizing going on, probably a little bit more than if I hadn't used any product, but it wasn't enough to warrant continued use. I will probably hold on to this just in case I run out of my mousse, or I'm traveling and I want to bring something smaller, something like that. It felt fine in my hair when it was still damp and after I blow dried it, but I just don't think there were enough results with this volumizing spray to warrant me continuing using it. So let's go ahead and look at the price chart for the volumizing spray. The full-size 5.1 Briogeo Volumizer sells for $18. Therefore, the Ipsy sample of 1 fluid ounce is worth $3.53. Next up, I think I'm going to talk about the Jessie's Girl eyeshadow primer. And there it is right there. I have been using my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion for pretty much since I started doing makeup at all, since like 2009. and I've been very happy with it. I have tried a few other primers along the way that I've gotten samples of, but I've never been as happy with anything as with my Urban Decay primer. But I'm always willing, just because I have a product I like, just like the hair volumizer, you know, I'm always willing to try another product type in a category, even if I have something that always works for me, because you never know, you might end up finding something that you like better. So I was very interested in the Jessie's Girl. I have heard of the brands before, and it came in this little tube with a doe foot applicator like that, and it has sort of a, it's not really white, it's like a light cream color finish. I don't know if you can see that. I'm getting like major shadows going on here. But there you go. You see, it's kind of like iridescent. It's got kind of that highlighter effect going on. And when I put it on my eyelids, it went on smooth. It went on fine. It didn't seem to go on patchy or anything like that. And what I did was I did my eyeshadow one eye with the Urban Decay, the left eye with Urban Decay, and the right eye with the Jessie's Girl primer. And I tried it out with a nude shadow look because I was going out and I didn't, you know, in case the primer failed me, I didn't want one side of my eyeshadow to be completely gone. So I did go for more of a neutral look. I used my Urban Decay Naked Basics palette. As I was applying my eyeshadow, I did notice that on the Urban Decay side, the eyeshadow seemed to go on a little bit more smoothly and more pigmented. On the Jessie's Girl side, I noticed that it was not as pigmented. Like I could sort of see my skin through the shadow as if I weren't using any type of base, if that makes sense. When I came back and sort of examined each eye to see if there was any difference in the wear, the Jessie's Girl side honestly hadn't really worn off any more than the Urban Decay side. I was not super impressed with how the shadows applied and sort of how they blended and showed up. I could see like a defined line up top, like where the shadow stopped and my skin began on my eyelid, if that makes any sort of sense whatsoever. And I do have pictures that I'll show of that. Overall, if you're looking for a good starter shadow primer, if you've never used primer maybe, and you don't want to go drop big bucks on a high-end eyeshadow primer just to try it out, this is not bad. I just want to get the best out of my eyeshadows, and so I want to use a primer that's going to get the most pigmentation, you know, the most quality, the best blending out of my shadows so they show up really vibrant and bright. You know, that's why I get the hot pinks and like the neon purples. I have orange, lime green eyeshadow, and I want them to show up like that, how they look in the pan, you know, on my eyelid. And to me, the Jessie's Girl doesn't quite offer that. So let's go ahead and take a look at the price chart for the Jessie's Girl eyeshadow primer. The Jessie's Girl primer included in this month's bag is a full size and is worth $5.99. Next up, I'm going to move right along to the Starlooks Pro eyeliner pen. And I'm sure I've mentioned this before as well, but I'm not a huge fan of liquid eyeliner. I have given liquid eyeliner a very fair chance, you know, especially the ones with the brushes. I can't do this. I've tried like prestige brands of it. I've tried, you know, the NYX. I just threw a NYX one away that I had gotten as a sample or something a long time ago, and I finally said I can't, you know, I'm not using this product, so I threw that one away. About the only liquid liners that I do use and I do like are the felt tip, like this. And this is my MAC. This is my penultimate eyeliner in Rapid Black, and I've had this one. I can't believe that any liquid still comes out of here. Like, I've had this thing forever. And I really appreciate these felt tips. I feel like I have more control over application with these than with the brush. I just can't get the brush. And so that's what the Starlooks is. So when I saw I was getting a liquid liner, I was like, ugh. But then I realized it was the felt tip, and I was okay with that. And it goes on, you know, very smoothly, like there was no problems with it getting all smudgy everywhere or anything. And I really like this felt tip pen even more so than my MAC because it's a little bit longer and it is more flexible. Like I'm not going to grab it with my hands, but it sort of, you know, bends back and forth. It has some more flexibility to it than some of the other felt tip liquid liners. And that's good because, you know, I like to apply my gel liner with a brush. That's my favorite kind of liner. And it sort of mimics the motion of a brush. You know, it's more flexible like the bristles of a brush would be. And I can just get, you know, more control and more of a curve with this. And it's just easier to apply than my MAC. Because this, you know, the tip is not as flexible and it's more like just using a magic marker to put on your eyeliner. I was impressed with how the Starlooks liner applied. It's just, I found this to be the case with a lot of these felt tip liquid liners. The pigmentation is not anywhere near what I would prefer it to be. I'm just used to getting that really thick, you know, darker line with my gel liner. I was gonna wear it today to show you on my eyes, but I didn't just because I wanted more pigmentation with my look today. Just even after looking at the swatch I did on my hand, it looks almost gray and not even really that black. Like it looks super gray. And the MAC one next to it doesn't even look that much better. So I didn't notice any problems with the wear of this product. It is convenient. It is a little bit quicker than when I do my gel liner and my cat eye. So I probably am going to hang on to this because I do like how it applies. However, the pigmentation was not great for me. So let's go ahead and take a look at the price chart for the Starlooks liquid eyeliner. The Starlooks eyeliner included in the bag is a full-size product and it sells for $19. Moving right along, I'm going to be talking about my Hikari Lip Gloss, and I believe this was in, the shade Salsa. I was kind of hoping for the more like purplish shade. I think they had two different shades going on, and I think it was more of like a berry shade, but after I got it, I was pretty impressed with the color. A lot of people are saying, you know, it's just repackaged in this company's container, made in China. It's just mass produced for, you know, all these companies. They just slap it, you know, slap their label on it. So I didn't want to judge them or anything before I really knew what the situation was. So I just tried to judge the product based on the product and not stuff that I heard on the internet. And I don't really know what to say about this. I mean, it's a very pretty color. I didn't think that I could pull it off. It's almost a little bit too pink for me. When you take it out of the tube, it is more of like a pinkish red, and it's pretty bright. Let me see if I can get a swatch on my hand. And it's the thing I noticed is very creamy. It's almost like the NYX, like the intense butter glosses, or, you know, like a liquid lipstick. It is not that like clear glossy type deal. And this shadow is like trying to get in the way of my swatches, like really bad. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. You can see it's kind of shiny, and it's like this bright, like really bright, like reddish pink color. And I didn't know how well that was going to work out for me, but it actually went on pretty well. And the pigmentation was really great. Like I said, it's a thicker gloss. It's almost like the NYX, the butter glosses, or like liquid lipstick or something, like I just said. And the pigmentation was very good, and the wear was very good. Lip products, like I've said before, have problems staying on my lips. Stuff just, you know, wears off in what seems like a matter of minutes. Okay, and I actually just, after finished filming this review, I went and put on the Hikari Lip Gloss, and it reminded me of actually how pigmented it was. And I remember now that I did have to blot Like, it was a lot for the look I was doing that day, and I did have to go back and blot before I left the house in order to get it to be not as pigmented and red. And after I blotted, it did look more pink and a little bit more sheer. And so that is an option. If you got this and you're like, well, this is way too crazy, just blot a little bit with a tissue and it really will calm things down. And this is not even showing up as bright as it is. Okay, so I'm gonna blot it a little bit. And I don't know if he'll even show up on here, but it will take away some of that pigmentation. I'll try to get another picture of it, but I don't know if you can see that, but it's a little bit lighter pink now. It's not that super intense, bright red in your face color if you're not into that. And also another thing, there is a taste. I don't know if it's because, you know, the quality of the product or what, but there is a definite taste. And after you get it on your lips, you don't really notice it that much unless you're just like constantly licking your lips. But there is a taste. That is one of the downsides to this product. Let's go ahead and look at the price chart for the Hikari Lip Gloss in Salsa. The Hikari Lip Gloss included in this month's bag is a full-size product and is worth $13. Last but not least, and I sort of kind of went in order of how I liked the products. I didn't really realize I was doing that until just now. But I did save my favorite for last. This is the Lord & Berry Lip Liner in Nude, or Nude. I'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, this is my favorite item in the bag. I don't want to rant on and on and on and on about this either, because there's not really much to say, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. My NYX liners, I don't know if maybe I just haven't sharpened them well enough or what, or if I got a bad batch. I think a lot of other people have said this as well, but they are very dry. They're really drying. Like when you're putting them on, it feels like you're trying to rub chalk on your lips. The colors aren't bad, and the wear and how they contain my lip color is fine, but they're very drying. And this, the first thing I noticed was that this was not as dry as my NYX liners and even some of my e.l.f. ones. And it glides on very smoothly around my lips, and I haven't noticed that my lipstick has been moving at all. And I've been wearing this, by the way. I got a sample of the Kat Von D Studded Kiss lipstick in Lovecraft, and I have been wearing this with my Lord & Berry lip liner, and I fill my entire lips in with this just to sort of act as a primer. And these two products, they're not the same exact color, but they go very well together. So if you happen to have this lipstick and you got this liner in your bag, try them out together. I'm actually wearing it today, and the lighting, it's a little bit darker than what it's showing up as on here, I think. And my lips are super dry today, but it's an amazing color combination. This seems to keep my lipstick on for a very long time, and I think part of it has to do with this is just a good lipstick anyway, but this does an amazing job of keeping my lip product on, contained in my lips. It blends very well, it's soft, it's pigmented, and I really like it. The shade name, Nude, I don't know, even, let me do a swatch here. And I realize that nude can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different skin tones. So I'm not complaining about this just because it's called nude and doesn't match my skin tone. But I don't think anybody's lips are this color. It's almost like this dusty rose, like, not brown, it's borderline brown. Like, it's this pinkish brown color. And I don't know anybody's lips of any skin tone whose, you know, lips are quite that color. And I actually used my points. I happened to go onto the Ipsy page and look at their little point rewards that they have that you can redeem your points for, and they had one of these, and I got another one with my points. I wanted the Doll 10 blush that I did not get in the bag that they offered this month, and I was like 20 points short. And I said, you know what, if I wait and try to hold out and see if I can share something else or do something else from the Ipsy site, or like share my glam bag, if I try to wait that long to get those 20 points, both of these products are probably going to be gone. So I went ahead and grabbed the Lord & Berry lip liner. So now that I really like it and I've been using it a lot with this Lovecraft, I don't have to buy another one when I run out. I have another one waiting for me in my next glam bag. So let's go ahead and take a look at the price chart for this Lord & Berry lip liner. The full size 0.07 ounce Lord & Berry lip liner sells for $18. Therefore, the 0.03 ounce size that came in the Ipsy bag is worth $7.71. I also wanted to share one more thing with you guys. This might look a little bit familiar. It is the Avene Gel Soapless Cleanser from my last glam bag that I said I was really impressed with. And I did end up getting a full size. But I really think that's what Ipsy is all about, trying out new stuff and figuring out what works for you, and then taking those sample sizes and getting you a full size if you really love the product. And that's what Ipsy is all about. Alright, now I am going to be calculating the worth of my Ipsy bag this month. So here we go with the price chart. As you can see, my bag this month was worth $49.23. So the $10 we spent this month was well worth it. And also considering the fact that you got a usable, good quality cosmetics bag, that puts this month's bag over the $50 mark. And also, if you'd like to know the worth based on the full-size products, that was $73.99. And obviously, people are going to have a different personal worth of the bag based on whether or not they could use or if they liked the products that were included in this month's bag. But monetarily speaking, this month's bag was worth the $10. Now, as I said at the beginning of the video, I'm about to show the price charts for every single item offered this month in the August Ipsy bag. And like I said, I will just flash them up there really quickly, so I'm not taking up like 10 minutes of video just showing charts. So feel free to pause the video if you see any of your items, write them down and add them up. Here we go. Well, that's all for this month's glam bag. I hope you had fun with yours. We're saying goodbye to August, and they've already got sneak peeks up from September's bag, so I'm sure it won't be that much longer until we start finding out what kind of fun stuff we're getting next month. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you back here next time. Bye!